The end of Twitter, it's kind of a rehash of the stories we've seen again and again in the tech media about why Twitter is in trouble. Anything new here?
Not really.
No. And in fact, he missed the Kanye stuff, which so I want to know when this was written because it didn't address any of the Kanye stuff.
What's the Kanye stuff?
Oh, you know the Kanye stuff? Kanye is the rebirth of Twitter.
He is the rebirth of Twitter. And so I kind of
100,000 retweets.
Wait a minute.
On one tweet.
Tell us what happened to Christina Warren. With
Okay.
First of all,
by the way, this is not safe for... If you have kids, you can't. You got to leave the room right now.
Don't.
We didn't say Amber Rose. We said Kanye. All right, Christina.
Take the bad stuff out. This is it. Is this Kanye's account?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So well.
For first thing, I'm going to say Kanye. Just from me as a longtime Twitter user, you need to get a image for the backdrop there. It's white.
Well, I mean, he's Kanye West. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying. So
okay. All caps. You shouldn't do that either. Kanye.
So he did what he frequently does, which is, and he's done this a number of times.
He lost his poo-poo.
Yeah, I mean, he'll go on Twitter rants, and then immediately what will happen is that he'll think better of it and realize, oh, actually I went too far this time, and I'm going to delete a bunch of stuff. So when I guess this was Wednesday, on like a massive Twitter rant against Wiz Khalifa because he misinterpreted Wiz was shading him a little bit, in fairness, but then he really misinterpreted one of Wiz's tweets thinking that he was going after Kim Kardashian, and that's when he just went off. And
his
he
wife,
went off,
we should mention for those of you not in the know.
Kanye West's wife, Kim Kardashian. Yeah. He took Wiz's tweet about hitting the KK, which actually was a reference to marijuana, not Kim Kardashian, and went Kanye. He went ham, as he would himself say, and it was a really entertaining rant. He crossed some lines. His ex-girlfriend Amber Rose ended up shutting a lot of things down.
She got 293,000 retweets of her profane tweet. 350,000
basically.
likes.
And that's people who are willing to retweet it. Now, people like myself who
we're not going to retweet that. No,
it's a little graphic.
But I did share it with about 500 people through text message, and the number of texts I got of her tweet was in real time. I mean, it was literally one of those things. My phone blew up. I don't talk to my sister very often, and my sister texted me her tweet. My sister's not active on Twitter.
I'm just happy to see that the rap community is no longer taking to guns fights in the street to settle their differences.
So I got this actually from Twitter PR because I wrote a story about how like Kanye West proves that Twitter matters, and Twitter PR actually ended up reaching out to me and saying that Kanye's tweets from yesterday were seen more than 400 million times, and there were over 6.5 million tweets sent about the tweet storm. So that was just on Wednesday. And
I feel good, though. Kanye says, I didn't know KK means weed. Is that credible?
Well, it's a certain strand of weed that the Khalifa does.
I don't think anybody knew that.
Clinical Kush.
The Khalifa Kush.
Khalifa Kush.
Khalifa Kush, exactly. I mean, look, I think he saw the initials, assumes because he's Kanye West.
It was Kim Kardashian.
He
went off.
About him.
Then Amber Rose was... Yeah, because then he mentioned...
And then Facebook called it social media and not Twitter. So
exactly.
Christina, explain us that controversy.
Oh, wait a minute. So it trends on Facebook, but it doesn't trend as Twitter. It trends as social media. Yeah. Some generic form.
So Adam Bain, COO, starts calling it a code for Twitter, which, I mean, it's funny. It is
Can
funny.
I just point out that this is not the savior of Twitter? That this doesn't make everybody say, oh, I got to be there.
But do you know Adam Bain? The COO?
Yeah.
Great guy.
I know him, but
I know him on Twitter only, but we tweet. He's cool. And he was hilarious on the street. I love that he stood up and was like, look, we matter too. And did it publicly. Not sniping the back channels, not being petty, just being upfront. I love that. So Adam Bain, points, baby.
This whole conversation reminds me of Twitter in that I feel like I've had a stroke because nothing you're saying here is making any sense.
Well,
so
I would just...
What happened? There was a Twitter fight between two rap stars.
But it went there.
It went viral. And here's my argument. It only could have happened on Twitter. And I think that this, to me, kind of shows...
That is not a selling point.
Well, no, but it is, because it became a cultural moment where people were retweeting, sharing, memes were happening. And it's one of those things that even, like, taking aside, like, what it's about, which doesn't even matter, the fact that it became this kind of breakthrough moment and this cultural moment, this larger moment, I think... this only could have happened on Twitter because, as huge as Facebook is, and we all admit that everyone uses it, there's certain people who will never use Facebook. Kanye West is one of those people.
Why not?
Even if he doesn't have to.
Okay.
And he wouldn't get anything from it. You know, there's a certain people who are super famous who I think it would probably be a burden for them to use it more than anything else. Okay. So more than that, I think that you wouldn't be able to kind of get that off the cuff stream of consciousness.
Well, that's one of the things that I do think is interesting about this, having just learned it, is that many people use teams of trained publicists to handle their Twitter account.
Yes.
Obviously, Kanye does not.
Well, that's the magic of it. It's like if you're on Facebook,
that's the Kanye.
If you're on
tweeting.
YouTube, like most people don't have their login for those things. But when it comes to Twitter, for whatever reason, it's considered very personal. It's very easy to use.
People don't use Twitter teams anymore. Is that
no, they absolutely do.
I mean, some people do.
But I think
not the good ones.
No.
But no, I think what it's likely is it's more likely you'll have it also installed on your phone, and because it is so quick, you can be in the moment and respond to it. You can go off the cuff. And I mean, in fairness, Kanye's publicist, I'm sure, was the person who called him and was like, okay, look, you've got to delete this. This is
Kim Kardashian was chasing him around the house.
That's probably
Give me
true.
the damn phone. And then her mom was chasing him too.
Her mom was,
Did you see video of this?
No, I'm just certain of it. They're like, please, for the love of God.
Or they're loving it because it's great
ratings.
It's great. It's ratings. As Donald Trump says, there's nothing that's not good for ratings.
Kanye's huge.
He's huge.
He's huge. He's wonderful.
I will say that you're right that it's very personal. I mean, for example, I made fun of Aaron Levy, who's the CEO of Box on Twitter, for not writing his own tweets, and his head of PR was like, "Are you kidding me? He writes his own tweets." And I was like, "Oh, I feel dumb because I know you both." And so I think you're right. It's more personal. I don't really know why that's the case, but it certainly is.
Actually, I'm now reading the deleted tweets. I see. So the BBC, the British Broadcasting Company, says it may well go down in history as the most epic Twitter rant of all time.
Until Paul Graham gets back from vacation.
So is Twitter now...
Paul Graham's advice for startups. Anything that's not Y Combinator is a waste of your time.
Yes, and you will die.
Is Twitter now the place people go to say
poor, it's your fault.
intemperate things in public? I mean, is that its strength?
If everyone worked hard, they'd have a Tesla.
Kind of true.
Oh, see, there you go, right there. All right.
At least I believe it's possible.
Khalifa
still trying to be on the story.
Believe it's possible, Alex, for you to have a Tesla. I believe it's possible. Mattermark stock is going to be worth something.
I just want to ride off into the
white
sunset.
patriarchy talking.
I just want to ride off into the sunset.
It's okay,
The world is it's finally, that happens to every person.
Absolutely.
At a certain age where you just say, I don't understand the world anymore. I'm going in the home. Give me my VR helmet and my I Dream of Jeannie reruns, and I'll see you all later.
I Dream of Jeannie?
Sure.
What's that?
It's hot.
Not Bewitched?
Shut up. But it does, at the end of the day, like, it shows just how Twitter, just spontaneously, as Christina points out correctly, can take over the entire pop culture world, science world, tech world, whatever it is, because an unfiltered platform, like this, where everybody just represents themselves, is very unique in the world. And it's very powerful. The company may be mismanaged. The company may not be able to figure out how to have growth. Maybe the products reach its natural audience. Who knows? Maybe having a halftime CEO isn't a good idea.
If you're a publicly held company,
but it's an important
hard
company.
to spin this as good news.
Well, it's not necessarily good news.
You're on the
ratings.
earnings call, dear analyst, Kanye West had a couple of drinks and did go
now
forth
we
and do
all
an
know
epic
what
rant.
KK is.
Yeah.
I love Wiz Khalifa's response. So Khalifa, we can't show all of these tweets.
Can't show any of the tweets, actually. I'm not showing any of them.
Khalifa says, just, chill, man. Smoke some KK and relax, or just do some KK and relax.
Yeah, of course.
And Kanye says, you mean Kim Kardashian, my wife? And then Wiz Khalifa says, no, KK is a weed, fool. Now, maybe one of you young people can translate that. Reasons why you're not wavy go back to Swish.
Yeah, wavy is a form of music.
Okay.
Swish is the
Swisher
former...
Sweets?
No. Swish was the title of Kanye's forthcoming album. He switched the name from Swish to Waves, and the whole beef was that Wiz Khalifa took Kanye calling his album Waves as a diss to the creator of the wavy movement, Max B, who is in jail. Free Max B.
What the hell's the wavy movement?
It's a combination of singing and rapping.
You know
it's
what?
very important.
This is too. We're getting too far down the rabbit hole. It's not important.
I like being in the weeds.
Okay,
though.
wait a minute.
Works.
Can I just say it's not important? Says everything you need to know about Twitter. It's not important.
No, I don't think.
Not important to you, but very important.
Anybody.
Twitter is the most important product, I think, in social media ever, in terms of impact and conversation.
Wait a minute. Your daughter is Wonder Woman?
She's not supposed to tell anybody that she's Wonder Woman.
Hide your bracelets.
For people who can't see, there's a child in the studio.
Yeah, we don't want to show her because
That would be awkward.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can show her.
Because I'm wavy.
No,
you're not
she's
wavy.
on-
It's
She's
fine.
on my Instagram.
I've been doing the KK.
No, well, that would explain
It's
the
okay.
show, yes.
Okay. So
Because
that's
it's weird.
And of course, Kit Kat, the candy bar, has to wave in. Hey, Kanye, you know what else KK stands for?
Oh, so
every
lame.
brand got involved. It was so bad. The brands, I was like, stop.
This is even worse. This is even worse. Then the brands get in. Like, well, you got to be on Twitter and be hip.
You know, they're making a sake-flavored Kit Kat in Japan.
I
It
don't
makes
care.
sense. The green tea
It
one
makes
is
sense?
Yeah, the green
Okay.
tea one's exciting.
All right.
You know how many
That
of
was
those
from
will
Michael.
sell? They would sell so many.
I would buy a whole pack myself.
Yeah. You'll buy at least one pack.
So I missed this whole kerfuffle because I cover technology.
Oh,
And
right.
and I don't feel like I really missed anything.
No.
And I certainly don't think that this justifies the continued existence of Twitter.
No, the real issue is that he brings up, Josh brings up, is the company has a halftime CEO.
Yep.
It's too hard to use, which everybody agrees, and
The
they're
onboarding's
having a
terrible.
problem with harassment
Oh, really?
because reality in an anonymous platform, people are mean.
That's
Which, if you
anonymity.
haven't watched the South Park this past season, where they just basically talk about the reality of the world is it's not a giant liberal arts college where your
right.
feelings won't be heard and you can like
right.
have a teacher mediate your feelings. Like
That's right.
The whole world's not.
It's full of
not.
macroaggressions. I
Reality.
hate to tell you.
You threatened to
Micro-
punch me in the face earlier, so I'm going to go with yes. on
That's a
that one.
macroaggression. It's your constant microaggressions from the patriarchy that are making me sad.
I'm looking forward to reading your mentions after the show, Jason, just to see what people say back to
think
you.
I care. I really
No.
don't care.
I did not say it for a second.
Yeah.
Do you care? I said me,
Yes.
Alex, looking forward to reading your Jason's mentions.
I think the only thing that really matters is there a business in Twitter? Is there a business?
They're actually making a ton of money right now.
They're doing great.
They're doing great on that front. The problem is it's too complicated for the average Joe. And so they really have to figure out a
So
way to
growth
make it.
is going to be an issue
No,
because
it is the issue.
It's the issue. They're just not growing in terms of people using it because it's not designed to share like bar mitzvah photos or,
can we just
whatever. It's designed
stipulate
for
that it's okay to be Apple or Twitter to make money and not grow at astronomical paces?
You
That's
don't
not
have to be
okay.
Facebook. No, it's not okay to the people on CNBC or
Well,
whatever.
screw them.
Or Twit, apparently.
What
Maybe
about
Twit,
a
yeah.
company that just does okay,
Yeah.
makes some money, everybody's happy, provides a service that's of value to
It's
the people who
it's
use
at
it?
its natural audience.
Do you know the
I think.
two
What's wrong
dirtiest?
with that?
You know the two dirtiest words in VC? Lifestyle business.
Yeah.
That's
Right?
me. I'm a lifestyle business, and I think
I
the
know.
world
And have you gone
is
public yet?
99.9% lifestyle businesses.
It's fun, yeah.
Leo,
That's
what-
what built the world.
Yes.
All right, fine, but I mean that's
We're not
what
all
Twitter's doing.
Vladimir freaking Putin.
Well, he stole everything. That's not the same
He
thing
just
at all.
took it.
That's not a business. That's kleptocracy.
I think
the oligarch.
it's a shame that the stock market demands, and it doesn't demand it in general, but
Once
demands
they
such
took-
growth of tech companies.
Thank
here's
you,
the
Bernie
thing.
Sanders.
The fact that they took venture capital money and they went public puts them on a track that
Are
you
they
have
not?
to show growth.
Are they not in good shape with their VCs, though?
The VCs are out long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
So
VCs
they're
are
fine.
But when you're a public company and people buy your stock, they only buy it if it's growing faster than other stocks. That
And
they
why
have an
can't a
opportunity in.
company just stop listening to the hounding from the market? Why
Because they
can't
have
just-
shareholders, and the shareholders have the ability to put people on the board and replace the management.
There's a thing called fiduciary trust.
Yeah. But
So
it's-
they go to a shareholder meeting and there's a big fight.
You could be a
and
proxy
the shareholders
fight.
say,
The shareholders could
"Sorry,
say, no
you're
more
not
of
running
this."
the company very
and
well."
it's long and it's ugly and it's Yahoo right now.
All right, so to put it in perspective, so Twitter's trading for $16.80 a share right now at the end of trading on Friday, and I heard that if they're below 30, they were going to be an M&A op, and what that means is they have no control over their own destiny right now. And if you're a corporation to attract the best talent possible,
By the way,
you're having a hard time with that.
If you're worried about hostile acquisitions, have a Kanye West on your side.
Yeah.
He seems. I would guess that certainly, if Google, for instance, was thinking maybe we should acquire Twitter, that would slow them down.
No, it's going to get what's probably
contrary, actually.
most likely scenario is somebody will take
I think
it.
it's good. Like Google would say,
I
"Hey,
think
we
that
want.
Kanye
we
showing
want
that
it."
Twitter is so incredibly relevant makes Twitter look better than it otherwise would.
It's a possibility there could be a hostile takeover very soon.
Who is it going to be?
There's a lot of people looking at like buying 10% of it right now. So
Do you want to tell us who it is?
no.
Why does 10%?
Do you want to tell us one person?
Why does 10% matter?
Well, once you get to a certain level of ownership, you can start having influence over the board, start placing people on the board, start firing people. That's what activist shareholders do, right? Like
Dorsey-
Carl Icahn and so forth.
That's
Carl
what they did to
Icahn.
Yahoo. But so right now, Dorsey is kind of reshaping the board, right? He's getting.
He's doing that,
New
and he's in
members
control right now, and you could quickly lose control. And I think that's what's going to happen.
He's also a halftime CEO, as you were saying. I mean, that's sort of the problem is that he's also trying to run 2 companies that are.
Didn't the board say we will never have a halftime CEO?
They did, and then they couldn't find anybody.
Exactly, and they were like, "We'll find Jack
and Adam Baines."
It's the power of Jack's beard and Adam Baines' hard work. I mean, like Jack's doing a really good job. I think running 2 very different businesses. But my general argument here is that if you run Microsoft, for example, you're running Office, Azure, Windows, hardware, and so forth. So it's really different companies inside of one larger holding thing. So you can do this. The question is he doing well? The stock market says no, but I'm not going to say it's impossible.
He's only been in for a couple of months. Yeah. And to change something like this takes a couple of years. So he needs like 8 quarters, 12 quarters to make it work.
Will the market give him that time?
No. If things are going this badly and you're halftime, like if you're halftime and it's going like Elon Musk running SpaceX and Tesla and you're landing rockets that you sent to space and they're landing and coming back to Earth and being reused, and you're releasing cars that go faster than Ferraris but they have 4 doors, the market's going to let you do what you want to do. If your stock...
Is my car going to go faster than a Ferrari?
No.
It could.
Well, the X
depends on the Ferrari.
I didn't get ludicrous.
The X goes, what, 3.8 or something?
Yeah,
but I think the current Ferrari's faster than that.
Yeah.
And if the Model S goes faster than a rocket ship.
The 4-door sedan can go as fast or faster than some Ferraris and certainly faster than all Porsches or almost all Porsches. So if you're having that level of performance, people are not going to care that you're running 2 companies. But if you're running 2 companies...
And it's not going
and it's not growing, you're just... It's never going to end. And so he's going to get another CEO for Square, is my prediction, and he'll be exec chairman of Square, and then he'll just focus 100% on Twitter, which is where his heart is. But this is not going to end well for Jack at this point.